This is the Shanice Lewis Show, the #1 podcast for plus-size women. With your host, the queen of curvy conversation, Shanice Lewis.
Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Shanice Lewis. Today is Monday, January 13th, 2020. This is the first show of 2020, so Happy New Year. Make sure you're following this show's social media pages on Facebook at The Shanice Lewis Show and on Instagram and Twitter at Shanice Show. And make sure you subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app. Today, we have a very special guest. Tamara Ivy is currently the marketing specialist and style expert for Ashley Stewart, Inc. She is the brain and master behind event marketing and the in-house public relations team. Some of her accomplishments include the annual Thankful for Fashion event, the Love Your Curves tour, a Rise television fashion segment, star of Ashley TV, and occasionally using her beauty expertise for Ashley Stewart fashion shows and campaign shoots. Tamara never forgets her humble beginnings and always looks for opportunities to recruit talent from the Empire Beauty schools across America, as Empire Beauty holds a very special place in her heart. Tamara is committed to giving back to her community by advising young people to follow their dreams. Let's welcome Tamara Ivy to the show. Hi, Tamara.
Hi, Shanice. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, too. Thank you so much for being on the show today. I know you're very busy.
Yes, we're in the planning stages of something fun. And we have a special announcement on Wednesday. So, yes, I'm busy, but I'm here for you, girl.
Thank you. Now, prior to working for Ashley Stewart, briefly tell us about your background in entertainment. You've been in the industry since you were 8 years old.
Yeah, 8 years old. I was a professional dancer, actress, and stuff like that coming up before my preteens. And then maybe around 16 years old, I got a fit modeling job out of FIT for FUBU. At the time, FUBU was, just a small brand in New York, and, Damon was literally selling the hats off of Jamaica Avenue. And I was the fit model before the brand had a women's line. So we developed the line from 93 to 98. And in 1998, I got a full-time job as the executive assistant to the CEO for the ladies division. I worked there. I did celebrity product placement there. And, I learned everything as far as marketing is concerned at FUBU. I also, in the midst of my career, I went back into dancing and, choreography because I was young and I loved, traveling and things like that. This was a way for me to travel the world and see the world for free. Yeah, I definitely said, you know what, before I turn 30, I'm definitely going to continue to tour in the world. And I, ended up touring Africa, the U.S., and Europe at least 3 times around before I was 25.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what's your connection with Empire Beauty?
So I went to Empire Beauty when I moved back to New York about 10 years ago now. I went to Empire Beauty just to sharpen my skills in hair and makeup, not to really pursue a career in cosmetics or cosmetology rather, but just to, be very privy to, different techniques and tools and things like that. So that way I would sound more informative when I was, doing makeup jobs and stuff. My best friend, her name is Althea Hart, and she was on Love and Hip Hop. So she and I, I toured with her too as her hair and makeup person. Also Roberta Flack. I'm sure you guys know who Roberta Flack is. I was her personal hairstylist as well.
What? Now we're learning a lot about you today.
Yeah.
So when did you start working for Ashley Stewart, and what is your role day-to-day with the brand?
Yeah, so my role day-to-day with the brand to date, I'm the marketing manager of customer acquisition. I came here in 2012, so knock on wood, I've been here this past Christmas for 7 years. And I started out in store operations because I was the tri-state, area training store manager with Ed Hardy. So Ed Hardy, once, they started to open up a lot of stores and transition, I wanted to do more of a specialty type fashion. I wanted to work with a fashion brand that, dealt with a special customer. And I found this job, or it found me rather, on LinkedIn. And, I called my dad. I said, this job is in Jersey. Should I take it? He said, absolutely. You never know. And that was 7 years ago. So I've been here since then. Started out in the store operations department, and then 2 years later moved into the buying department. And then my CEO came in when we transitioned the brand and reinvented Ashley Stewart. And he asked a lot of us, what do you guys want to do? I see you doing this and you doing that. Me in particular, he felt that, marketing was more of my calling. So that's how I ended up in the marketing department in 2014.
Wow. So were you familiar and active in the plus-size community prior to working for Ashley Stewart, or did you learn on the job once you were hired?
Well, my mother was an Ashley Stewart customer, and the first store that opened in Brooklyn, she, I honestly believe that she was one of the original divas that they called diva, and God bless her soul, she passed away this past summer, but my mother, ride or die, Ashley Stewart, hardcore fan. So whatever she did as a customer, I embraced that, and, I utilized that as, my technique for working here and how it was I was going to interact with the plus size community. Even though to me, working as a model and things like that, we never really differentiated plus and all of that. We just said curvaceous and things like that. So, in the plus community, I learned on the job, the plus community, but the essence of the brand, is definitely my mother.
Now, besides working in the corporate office, you crossed over as a model for the brand. I see you on the website. So how did that come about?
Well, I would say more so, what you would say, I guess, what I am doing is modeling the brand, but, I'm really like the brand advocate, So I personally would say that my job is really to, let people know what great and amazing things that we're doing. Our fashion is amazing. I mean, Ashley Stewart, we bring it, and when I got here, I noticed there was a lot of fashion that wasn't out there, wasn't being seen. And with my past experience as being a stylist and working, styling a lot of television shows, because that was my job at FUBU, was celebrity product placement in addition to being an executive assistant. I placed product on Moesha, Destiny's Child, a lot of people, a lot of television shows. So if you saw any up-and-coming young female artists coming up, they got product placement from my office. And with Ashley Stewart, that's the technique that, I felt that we needed, because, product placement is one thing, but you got to really love the brand and love the clothes. And I really love the clothes, I love clothes in general. But I like to align myself with a brand that, I really love, because it has to be believable. I'm not going to align myself with something that I know that I'm not really able to push and help market. So my CEO, he said, T, why don't you try out, doing swim or doing the butterfly board, because the butterfly board, as you know, is one of our best-selling items. And I just said, okay, no problem. And from there, it just escalated from Ashley TV. We did one video in 2013 for New Year's Eve, and it was a text message video that went to all of our customers. And from that video, we elevated Ashley TV into what it is today. So that's where you're seeing all the Ashley TV content, me on the website, also on the ground during Finding Ashley Stewart and things of that nature.
And so Ashley Stewart TV is exclusively on the Ashley Stewart website?
Website and our YouTube channel.
Got it.
Ashley
so
Stewart,
what do you think makes Ashley Stewart stand out from its competitors?
I think our style is unique, and I also think that, being that we're in all of these great destination neighborhoods where across the United States, I don't know if you guys know this, but we have 89 stores across 22 cities, and in those neighborhoods are the women who really believe in the brand. We have the most tenured, longest employees across the United States. We have up to 1,000. I would say about almost 1,000 African American women employed with Ashley Stewart, and I'm not sure of any other brand that has that.
Me either.
The affinity of how this brand was built, single mothers and things like that, women who have gone through so many different adversities in their lives, we're unique in that sense. She comes to Ashley Stewart to escape, to get away, to, this is her home. This is where she shops. And this is, for me, as a kid growing up in the stores, I sat 2 hours, watched my mother do a whole fashion show. And the store manager is praising her, go ahead, diva, and things like that. So, I think the uniqueness is, the way that our customer loves the brand, and I think that's what keeps us thriving.
Now, what's the benefit of using celebrity ambassadors versus a blogger or an influencer?
Well, as a leader in the plus size space, we're always looking to partner with, any type of ambassadors, okay? But we know with bloggers we can gain a great way of exposure on social media, build our following base, and they show a different appreciation for the brand because they're consumer appreciation. We love connecting with influencers and Curvy community and in the Curvy community and working with them on a personal level. As you know, we work together with the TCF Style Expo and stuff like that. But the celebrity ambassadors, they're a bit different because they allow us to connect with our community on a larger scale, and they share our voice in a bigger or an exciting way. So celebrities have more of a powerful way of leading the conversation and sharing our voice with others because they're also an influencer in their own right because they're influencing their audience. Everybody influences, but at the same time, celebrities just have a wider reach.
And do you feel it's important
there's not really a versus. There's more of a, there's not really a comparison. It's just a versus. It's not really a versus to me either. It's just more so this is that type of influencer and this is that type of influencer. That's pretty much what I'm trying to say.
And do you feel it's important for your celebrity ambassadors to be knowledgeable about the plus size community?
Definitely. As a leader in the plus size space, we're always looking to partner with celebrity ambassadors who they're just more passionate about partnering with Ashley Stewart and body inclusivity as we are. So we use our celebrity collaborations as an opportunity to learn more from others, hear their opinions, and further connect with our sisterhood. We're excited to have, been partnering with the celebrity ambassadors that we have partnered with who embody Ashley Stewart just the same way we do. For example, Whoopi Goldberg, the Lala Anthony Collection, Lonnie Love, just to name a few. Each of them are different ladies, and they're all unique in their own way, but they share the same connection on celebrating their curves and being confident in their own style. So we really love partnering with those type of ambassadors and making them longtime friends of the brand. And I can't wait for you guys to see what we have in store this year.
All right. So tell me what's in store for Finding Ashley Stewart in 2020.
So as you know, Finding Ashley Stewart started in 2017, stemming from our Love Your Curves store. These were, they're in-store events where they're consumer-facing and they're consumer engaging. So it's not just about the customer coming out and showing who she is, but she's telling her story. We're asking her, why are you resilient? Why are you Ashley Stewart? And, a lot of these women are telling different sides of their stories. We found that these events were great ways to connect with our customer face-to-face and then thank her for her support for over the 28 years that our brand has been in business. The Finding Ashley Stewart Tour, we give away $10,000 to our brand ambassador. We give her a clothing allowance for a year. We also give her a makeover shoot, bring her to New York. She works with me for a year. And, now she has her own brand that she's built. So this year we're going to elevate it a little bit more and work with our female ambassadors and ensure that their brands are being elevated, because as you can see, Tiffany and Teresa, they're doing amazing. Adelia, our current queen, she is on her way, and I can't wait for the tour to launch so that everybody can really see who she is and, what 2020 has in store.
And the Finding Ashley Stewart event books a lot of mainstream celebrities to participate, the hosts, the judges,
Yes.
the entertainment.
Yep.
Is integrating plus-size fashion into mainstream culture a new goal for Ashley Stewart?
Absolutely. In order for us to elevate the brand, we have to be able to tap into these people who can support the brand and be the voice for the brand on a global scale. So in order for us to do that, we have to partner with celebrity plus-size ambassadors, artists, musicians, judges, and you'd be surprised. Hollywood does not represent, as we know, plus that well, right? But at the same time, we do have the Queen Latifahs, we do have Whoopi, we do have Aretha Franklin. We had a lot of divas out there that really represented plus size well. But at the same time, today, who are those people, and where are they? So our job as a brand is we want to make sure that we feature them on stage, and a lot of these girls and artists, they've faced adversities themselves where they weren't accepted in Hollywood because they're not the straight size. So, and even though they may be small to us, they're plus size where, in their professional realm. So when we feature them on stage, it's not only just talking about plus size and featuring the fashion, but for example, year one, Kiera shared, she tore the house down. She was a head-to-toe Ashley Stewart. You would have never have known that. But at the same time, she's so talented, you got captivated in her performance.
Right. And I know you have a lot of things going on. I have limited time with you today, but I want to give you the final word before you have to go. What you need to stress before you go about Ashley Stewart.
Well, I just want to say that our brand is amazing, and we're doing great and innovative things. We also do, during the finale, this past finale, we gave away up to 18 scholarships to deserving students who want to continue their education. They had to write an essay based off of our CEO's Money Life Tour class that he taught in their colleges. And this year, what we're going to do it a little bit different. We're still going to give away scholarships, but, we gave away up to $300,000 in scholarships to students where our stores reside, and their mothers work for the brand or, shop at the brand and things of this nature. So, we do a lot of philanthropic things. We're getting ready to give away to charities in our neighborhoods for MLK weekend. And that's our AS Gives initiative. I want people to know that, it's not just about fashion with Ashley Stewart. It is a lifestyle. And when we say lifestyle, we mean your education, your life, your future, not just traveling and taking pictures and things like that. But if you're going to get your diploma, you can wear Ashley Stewart and do that. When you're walking across that stage. If you're, going for a job interview, you're wearing Ashley Stewart while you do that. We have a great teachers program and discount and military discount. A lot of people don't know that. But if they just went to their local Ashley Stewart store, they would, know that they are eligible for their teacher and military discount. So these are the things that we do to empower our customer, because we want her to know that we're here for her, because she's been there for us.
Yes, well, thank you so much for taking the time out to speak with me today. I always call you the real Miss Ashley Stewart, because you're Miss Ashley Stewart to me.
Thank you, Shanice. You are too much. I love you, girl.
I love you too, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks again for coming on my show.
All right, congratulations, and thank you for having me as your first guest for the year.
Yes, thank you so much.
All right, take care.
All right, bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
And make sure you check out Ashley Stewart and your local store if you're blessed to have one in your city, or you can shop online at ashleystewart.com. Ashley Stewart has some fabulous clothing. I've been wearing Ashley Stewart since I was in high school. So definitely check out Ashley Stewart when you have the time. They always have great sales, great fashion. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for my fabulous host, Tamara Ivy. And thank you for supporting as always. Until next time, keep thriving in your curves and be blessed.
You've been listening to The Shanice Lewis Show. For more info about the show, visit ShaniceLewisShow.com.